What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. This is my website right here. Ain't it pretty? Treeoflogic.com. This is where you can find me, not BitChute, not Odyssey, not Rumble. I mean, you can find my videos there, but my main platform is treeoflogic.com, okay? Treeoflogic.com, and this is also where you can get exclusive videos to my content. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive videos of things that I don't even discuss here on YouTube. So, and just as little as $5 a month. Oh my goodness, that is so cheap. That is so not much money. Okay, help out your transracial rooftop Korean by joining my site. And please, every time you join, please check your spam and or junk folder for mail in reference to your username and password. All right, but before I get into the news, I want to thank you, my taters, for joining me this morning. Now, as always, because we're going to have people that show up late. And if they show up late and tell my son, I don't understand what's going on. This is always pre-recorded. Okay, it's always pre-recorded. And what I do is I launch it live during the stream, and therefore I will address the comments in the chat, as well as the super chats and stream labs that will pop up during the broadcast, and I will thank them and address them accordingly. So you will see that. So always, these things are always pre-recorded so that I can go right after each other. Boom, 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 boom. And this show should be at least an hour. I did very good yesterday. Keeping it like an hour and 10 minutes. So let's see if I can get that record today. So thank you so much for joining in and watching me right now, and on to the news. So as always, California's burning, baby. So they got a lot of stuff going on over there, and looks like they had a shooting incident at a mall, Oakridge Mall. And I was watching it as it was going live. Looks like they didn't catch the guys, or maybe it was girls, but I think it was guys, because it was in front of a Forever 21 store. And then, well, it goes on from there. But it's pretty scary to see how the people there are just, they're not realizing that California, along with New York, has just fallen drastically into the abyss of lawlessness. So let's watch this, and it'll give you more information.
When gunfire sparks panic at a packed South Bay shopping mall. Good evening. I'm Brian Hackney.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. Tonight, KPIX5's Maria Medina spoke to witnesses who were there when the bullets started flying.
Tonight, law enforcement went through each and every single store here at Oakridge Mall looking for the shooter as well as a victim. With just 5 days away from Christmas, thousands were inside the shopping center tonight. Many ran out, but others hid inside stores and sheltered in place, not knowing if there was an active shooter.
All we heard was just a boom, like it was a shotgun.
Tonight, a swift multi-agency law enforcement response after shoppers frantically called 911 about a fight that ended in gunfire inside Oakridge Mall.
I heard like a gunshot, like it was so loud, I mean, it sounded horrible. And then I hear people screaming and then running towards inside our store.
Hundreds ran to the nearest exit or store, where employees trained in active shooter incidents locked the doors and hid everyone inside back rooms.
People were screaming, and some of them were crying. Well, I try to be calm, because I know people were panicking inside there. So we did offer them water, we offered them coffee.
It was scary. It was very, very scary.
Franz Hurtado's 11-year-old daughter hid inside the Old Navy store, communicating with her father through text messages.
She was brave. She was brave until now. It's been a long day for her.
The shooting happened just before 6 p.m. Within minutes, police were inside the mall with no idea whether the shooter was still there.
This is so crazy that I mean, a mall. You have SWAT in there. You have the special police force in there. In a mall. I mean, dude, I know you guys, most of you all who live in this area just voted for this, but I don't know, maybe, I know we're going to get a red wave, but geez, that red wave is not going to help California at all.
Officers and deputies secured every mall entrance and exit, and a search of the large shopping center began.
Okay, CM, I'm not gonna, I don't know who you are. I've never seen you before. But don't bring that, oh my God, Sandy Hook was fake and all this. Don't bring that shit in my chat, okay? All right, unless you can prove that the people who went to the hospital with bullet wounds in, which is not the case in this story, okay? But to sit up here and say, oh, these shootings are fake. Yeah, okay, people are getting shot and it's fake. The bullets that goes into their bodies is fake. I think people like you, and I'm not saying it is you, but I want everybody in this chat to understand, you have white liberals who will say anything to let black people off the hook. And they'll say stupid shit like, oh, it was a hoax, it was fake. Oppression, black supremacy, blacks are oppressed, blacks are marginalized. It's the same shit. Okay? Oh yeah. All right. Never mind. Hey, Randall, get his ass out of my chat. Okay, that is an infiltrator. Never mind. He proved my point. I told you guys. Listen, anytime you see somebody making excuses for crimes committed by black people, understand that these are agents. These are liberals. These are liberals infiltrating right-wing spaces like, no, black people are oppressed. These are red flags. These are basically false flags. These are basically this is it. They can't. This is the reason. Here's the deal. These people subscribe because this is a subscriber only chat. They subscribe to my channel so they can basically try to push a false narrative of, oh, this shit doesn't happen. Tyrone didn't do nothing wrong. These people, I want y'all to understand, whenever you see that, just call them out. Just call them out. Whenever they say, black on black crime is a myth, it doesn't happen, just call them out, dude. And then my mods, get rid of them because they're just basically infiltrators. But thank you for getting rid of that person.
Right now, we are doing a systematic search of this entire mall. Could still be an armed suspect somewhere within this mall. We are not going to give the all clear until we've searched every corner of this mall.
One by one, shoppers and mall employees were escorted out. Many still shaken as they reunited with family and friends who were waiting helplessly for hours.
And the sad part is, that we had kids. We had kids in our store. I mean, this is supposed to be the happiest, time of the year.
It's too real. It's, I get to hug my little girl again. So it's a scary moment for the family.
And police cleared the mall just before 10 tonight. No word on whether they found the shooter as well as a victim.
They haven't. They haven't found them. The shooter is still at large, and at the moment they don't even know if there's a victim. Maybe they're saying that whoever they were shooting at is the victim, but it doesn't seem like there was anybody that got hit with the bullets or anything like that, and nobody caught the person who was shooting. So, guys, you got to be careful. If you live in a blue city and you live in a blue area where crime is pretty unpredictable or high, understand that Christmas is about 4 days away, and it's going to get a little crazy out there. So I suggest, I know some of you probably have to do last minute shopping, do your best to order online or something like that. I don't know, or go early in the morning as soon as it opens up, but you have to be careful. Also, there has been an ATM theft, and this happened yesterday. Now, where is this? This happened in, they don't say. For some reason, I'm thinking, we'll find out. Because I was looking at the top news in reference to smash and grab and shootings, this one showed up at the top of the list. So I think they'll tell us when that happened. This is just crazy. Things are getting really, really. And when I look at these stories, it makes me think good gosh, dude. And these people don't want the police? Yeah, okay.
And ATM thefts, they continue to happen all across our area. And we tell you about them whenever they happen. These are businesses you go to almost every day. Tonight, Rachel Carden reports some business owners are now taking matters into their own hands, and they are asking for your help.
Yeah, these convenience store owners, they want you to take a good look at your screen. See if you recognize the men in this video or the van. Here's the video. The owner of the BP convenience store along Reisterstown Road near Fordley Road is no longer just an onlooker.
So we got the call 5:15 this morning that it happened to our station.
After this white van backs through the door of her store, smashing the front entrance.
That van is stolen. I mean, there's no way you can think that this is their van. They had to, it looks to me like they went to some kind of a church or a place where you have kids or any place that do a lot of transportation to type, just like a community van, and they broke into it, stole it, and they used it to ram into the back of this, the front of this shop to steal the ATM and also big enough to put the ATM machine in there.
Reisterstown Road near Fordley Road is no longer just an onlooker.
So we got the call like 5:15 this morning that it happened to our station.
After this white van backs through the door of her store, smashing the front entrance. It reverses again a few more times until the ATM machine along the wall is free, and two men can grab it, drag it out, and take off.
This is definitely a highly organized crime, so it's just frustrating that we've been unable to solve this issue that's happening to many stations, not just this one.
A rash of ATM thefts stem from Baltimore City to the surrounding counties, and the alleged
Baltimore. That explains it. This is in Baltimore, Maryland. All right, now this makes sense.
And a few more times until the ATM machine along the wall is free, and two men can grab it, drag it out, and take off.
This is definitely a highly organized crime, so it's just frustrating that we've been unable to solve this issue that's happening to many stations, not just this one.
A rash of ATM thefts stem from Baltimore City to the surrounding counties, and the alleged crooks are smart, making off with the goods in a matter of minutes. Just last week, WJZ told you about a similar smash and grab attempt near Radke and Frankfurt Roads. The ATM was damaged, but not stolen. For the owner of this store, her concern was for her employee and the many others who work overnight and might be there when a van comes through the wall.
We've seen it in the news happening, and there's nothing to prepare you for when it happens to you.
Baltimore City Police told WJZ they were called by an employee who was actually there at the time of this smash and grab theft that happened on Reisterstown Road. If you have any information about it or any of the others, you're encouraged to call Metro Crime Stoppers. I'm Rachel Carter.
Here's the deal. What is she talking about? They're not going to do that while someone is inside the store. You understand that this is done while the store was closed. So they're not open 24/7, and stores that are not open 24/7 while the store is closed, this is when they try to rob the store and take the ATM machine. Now, from my understanding, those machines are not easy to break into, and I don't know. I wondered, it makes me wonder if the people who own or run the convenience stores, the gas stations, have any control over the money in the ATM. Because to me, if you're going to lock up the gas station and it's closed, then empty out the ATM machine. And if they break into the store and steal the ATM machine and use all those tools, because it isn't easy to get into an ATM machine, and they use all those tools and manpower to just get in there, and there's no money. That would be a neat trick. That would really piss them off completely. Okay, and here is another. Let's see. This is a smash and grab. So this is like the last type of violent stores where we have smash and grab that happened in Austin, Texas, at the Barton Creek Mall. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with this, but yeah, smash and grab done went from San Francisco and has traveled all the way over to Texas. Aren't y'all happy, Texas? Y'all got some crime too. Now, I know I'm being trolly, but I'm really shocked that this is happening in Texas. But then again, I heard that Austin, Texas is very, very blue. So yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Security cameras capturing the chaos inside the Barton Creek Square after thieves rob a jewelry store.
Our food had just been delivered when all of a sudden we just saw people running.
Kelly Ayers was at a birthday dinner inside the mall when she heard a stampede of people trying to escape.
We were trying to see what we could see just as more people started running and running and running. We're like, oh my God, something's happening.
Ayers and her group sheltered inside the Cheesecake Factory. During this time, she says no one really knew what was going on.
That was probably the scariest part, just because you don't know where it's coming from, was it on the other side of the mall? Was it right next to you? Especially because we didn't hear anything. We just saw the aftermath.
Nearby, David Torres was watching a movie with friends and family when they rushed out to evacuate.
We're watching Spider-Man 3. We're really excited about it. And about 40 minutes into the movie, the screen pauses and then the lights go on. The employee walks in saying that there's been a shooting, that we have to evacuate right now.
According to the Austin
Boy,
police.
I would have been mad. You paid all that money to go into the movie theater for them to stop the movie and then tell you had to leave. Now I'm sure they got reimbursed. They could not keep, or they probably got reimbursed and then told when they can come back to finish watching it all over again with a credit or something like that. I'm sure they just didn't get robbed like, oh, too bad, come back and pay some more money. I'm sure they got either reimbursed or was allowed, as long as they had a ticket stub for that day and time, to come back and rewatch the movie.
To evacuate right now.
According to the Austin Police Department, 3 suspects robbed the Hellsberg Diamond Jewelry store located in the mall. Initial calls to 911 say shots were fired. However, police believe this sound was actually from the thieves smashing the glass cases in the store.
After clearing the mall, no victims were located and no additional evidence of a gun having been inside of the mall was seen.
Air says they were in lockdown for about 40 minutes until police said it was okay to leave.
Jeez Louise. Well, all right. Well, okay. If you live in the city or near a city, I suggest y'all be careful in the next 4 days. I am so serious. Okay. These people are not playing. They have lost their damn mind in these areas. So there's that. Okay, so let's talk about y'all resident in chief, Biden. Damn gone crazy. Biden gives businesses 20 grand more foreign workers to hire. 13 million Americans are jobless. Yeah. No American first, huh? No American first. Well, of course, he's a commie. This is a fascist resident in chief. So what do you expect? President Joe Biden, oh my God, I am so sorry, guys. Blasphemy. Resident Joe Biden's Department of Homeland Security, DHS, is giving businesses an additional $20,000 more foreign H-2B visa workers to hire for working class jobs in the United States, even as nearly 13 million Americans remain jobless. Now, now we realize why this fool loves the open borders. Cheap labor. In an announcement on Monday, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, I think that's how you pronounce his name, said he has approved an additional 20,000 H-2B visas. This don't make no sense. Oh my God. 20,000 H-2B visas to provide non-agricultural businesses with more foreign workers. About 13,500 of the visas are allocated for foreign workers who have previously been approved for H-2B visas, and the other 6,500 are the nationals of Haiti, Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. Woo, child. Holy smokes. And you guys are so nice to these freaking liberals. All right. They're sitting here telling Americans, well, you can't work if you don't get the jab, and you don't do this, and you can't. By the way, if you guys were not on my stream last night, which is available, once again, it's available on my website. If you go to treeoflogic.com, it's already uploaded. December the 20th, that was yesterday. Illegal migrants can reject the jab. Okay, so they don't force them to get it because the pharmaceutical companies are afraid of getting sued. So not only are they allowing migrants to bypass the jabby jab, but they are also taking American jobs. Democrats these are communists, and they do not believe in Americans first or America first. Because look at what they're doing. Okay, giving more jobs to people who are in our country from Haiti, Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. And I do believe Biden administration gave millions and millions and millions to these three countries to keep their people from coming up here. DHS is taking action to protect American businesses and create opportunities that will expand lawful pathways to the United States for workers from the Northern Triangle counties and Haiti. What did he say? DHS is taking action to protect American businesses. What about Americans? Whew. The expansion of the labor market by the Biden administration comes as 6.9 million Americans are unemployed, including 11.2% who are teenagers looking for entry-level jobs, but all of whom want full-time work. Another 5.9 million Americans are out of labor force entirely but want full-time jobs, and 4.3 million Americans remain underemployed, working part-time jobs while seeking full-time employment. Every year, businesses are allowed to import 66,000 H-2B foreign visa workers to take blue-collar, non-agricultural jobs in the United States. Former President Donald Trump's administration routinely brought in additional H-2B foreign visa workers for business to hire. And what? Now, why don't that surprise me? And President Joe Biden's administration is doing the same. Okay. The H-2B visa program has been widely used by businesses to drag down the wages of American workers and landscaping, conservation work, the meatpacking industry, the construction industry, and fishing jobs. A 2019 study by the Center of Immigration Studies found, when comparing the wages of H-2B foreign workers to the national wage average for each blue-collar industry, about 21 out of 25 of the industries offered lower wages to foreign workers than Americans. Of course, that is the case. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything different. Speaking of foreign workers, it looks like your boy Gavin Newsom has announced a $300 million plan to combat theft. Instead of changing the laws, this is what amazes me about these people. This bell curve is a lot. Instead of, how about you change that Prop 47 laws and also the bail reform? You know what I'm saying? Jail reform, keep people in there longer, make new jails, and also make them have to pay cash. How about y'all do that? And then you won't have to spend $300 million. But then again, you guys pay very high taxes over there in California. So this is y'all problem, not mine.
Knows there's a crime crisis and a wave of smash and grab robberies. Now he's finally putting forth a plan to try and stop it.
We are putting out over $250 million in enforcement grants, competitive enforcement grants, to help local law enforcement and advance the prosecution of people that are involved in organized retail.
They can't, you idiot! They can't stay in jail if the law says that there is a minor misdemeanor if they steal under $1,000 worth of a product. What is he talking about? You can lock them up as fast as a matter of fact, the smash and grab people they have been catching already, that has been going into what is that, Beverly Hills? They are already out. They was released the same day they was arrested. He's such an idiot.
The prosecution of people that are involved in organized retail theft.
So the big question now is, will it work? Joining me now, Tracy Hernandez, founding CEO of BizFed, and Tucky Blunt Jr., owner and operator of Blunts and More, a retail cannabis business. Good morning to you both. So the governor is taking action. Let's get to the details of this. $300 million, almost all of it going to increase police presence. He wants to create an organized theft unit, and $20 million to help small businesses that have been victims of these smash and grab robberies. So,
well,
Sarah,
that's good. I like the $20 million. I like the $20 million that's going to help the businesses that have been impacted by that. This should definitely help out the mom and pop shops that have been robbed, like the one I talked about last night with the jewelry, the Asian mother or the Asian woman who had her jewelry store broken into. So that's a good thing.
Or Tracy, rather, will this work? Do you support the governor's plan?
We at the Business Federation, we've got 400,000 businesses, large and small, absolutely support the governor leaning in to help with enforcement and prosecution and funding of police so that we can get after these criminals that have taken to retail theft as the new way to make money from where they used to get it from drugs. Now they get it from crashing into our stores and stealing our property and selling it online. So we definitely need to do something, and we appreciate the governor stepping up.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't understand this. They have laws encouraging this. This has been going on for years. But because these people are coming from the inner city and coming into the affluent areas, now they got a problem with it. Now because they're going into the nice upscale malls and upscale shops and smashing and grabbing, now they got a problem with it. These hypocrites, they're amazing.
Becky, we wanted to have you on because you own a cannabis business, and legal cannabis businesses are being targeted by smash and grab robberies. What has your experience been, and why is that happening?
Our experience has been a lot with lack of police presence, but it's not from lack of funding. We pay almost 6.5% to the city of Oakland for taxes. So to say that they're not being paid or act like they need more money, the street side of me feels one way, but the business side of me feels another way. So I have to approach it that way. But we are being targeted because we're a cash business. We can't bank, and people think we're sitting on a bunch of cash. I do agree with what he's trying to do, but I think the laws need to be changed, and these need to be classified as armed robberies and not just property crimes.
There you go.
Armed robberies, because that would mean that it would be a bigger sentence and they would stay in jail as opposed to being let out. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tracy, on that note, the governor supported Prop 47, which makes stealing anything under $950 a misdemeanor. So oftentimes you see people who do these smash and grab robberies get out the next day. Do you think that that's part of the problem here?
Oh, it's a huge part of the problem. That law went into effect in 2014. And so it used to be $400 was a felony. Now it's $950. And what makes it worse is you can steal $949.49 at one store, go the afternoon, do it at another store, later that evening, do it at another store, and none of it are felonies.
Yeah.
And in fact, Carly, we even have bigger retailers, even those that are thefts over $950. We have a problem here, especially in LA County, with our district attorney, Ghislaine, and he's not prosecuting. I have one member.
Because he's a commie. I did a video on that idiot. You know, said he's a communist. He's the one who's talking about something. We need to stop the massive incarceration of the black people, and that is systemic racism. And we need to basically stop white supremacy that is victimizing black people. And that's the reason why he's not prosecuting them. So it's like California is just a mess. All we got to do now is just sit here, point, and laugh at this moment.
Who's had 100 thefts in the last month.
Holy smokes.
The police.
What did she say?
Had 100 thefts in the last month. The police have arrested and caught the criminals, but our district attorney has not prosecuted any of those 100 thefts.
Yeah.
So it's also.
What? I'm so sorry. What did she say? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm sorry. We got to listen to that again.
Member who's had 100 thefts in the last month. The police have arrested and caught the criminals, but our district attorney has not prosecuted any of those 100 thefts.
Oh my God. Oh, so glad I don't live in California. Are you serious? None of them got prosecuted. What? No, this. Oh my God! It's like, what is the point? It's like, no wonder they have so many people robbing and stealing over there. They are not getting punished whatsoever. Holy smokes.
Yeah. So it's Prop 47 fixing the felony level. It's also our district attorneys prosecuting these people.
You make such a good point. There could be all the police presence in the world and all the money going into policing, but if these people who are committing these crimes are just going to be let out, the problem will never be solved. Tracy Hernandez.
Oh my God! And Christmas is 4 days away. It's definitely not going to get resolved. But you know what? They need to go through this. This is what they voted for. This is, and Governor Newsom supports the whole bail reform and the jail reform, and then all of a sudden he also supported Prop 47. So hey, if you guys had a recall of them, I know there's a lot of conservatives in rural areas and suburban areas, but what you gonna do, baby? What you gonna do? AOC is a dumbass. This woman is such an idiot. I don't know who this chick is from MSNBC. I know she's with that guy, but why does she always have resting bitch face? Have y'all noticed that? Like, this woman, I to this day, I have never seen this woman's teeth. I don't even know if she got any teeth because she never smiles whatsoever. In the wake of Senator Joe Manchin effectively killing resident Joe Biden's Build Back Better agenda, Representative Ali Kotex slammed the fundamentally undemocratic way the Senate operates. This woman is idiot. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And you know what, New York? You keep electing her. This is a saying. You can't. I swear, people from New York and California, they can't say shit. They are not in a position to say anything. Listen to this dingbat, okay?
No, I do think that there are quite a few things that have been going on in the Senate. You know, you, Joe, you having served in the House, you know how they turn the screws on the House of Representatives. They will have us voting late. They will make your life very tough. And I must say that, you know, folks sometimes jokingly call Senate private school for a reason. We are treating the Senate, you know, just the fact that you can go on Fox News and say, I don't feel like voting for this, or I don't think I'm going to do it.
What you mean, I don't feel like voting for it? Joe Manchin said he's not voting for it. Did you see how she twisted that around? She's twisting it around as if Joe Manchin's saying, you know, I don't feel like going to do my job. No, he says he's not going to vote for your little communist daggone spending package.
Having that not schedule a vote, the idea that that would happen in the House of Representatives is unheard of.
Wait. Hold on. Oh, this fucking lies. Hold on. Joe Manchin told Biden, told Chucky Schumer, told them to go ahead and put it on the floor. Said, go ahead and put it on the floor. I'm going to vote no. So they didn't put it on the floor. Okay? Now, Chucky said he's thinking about putting it on the floor next month. They're thinking like, oh, when Joe Manchin spends some time with his family, when Joe Manchin, you know, bring in the new year, that they'll trim a little bit more fat off of the better Build Back Better bill. Stupid name. They're gonna present it to him again, and hopefully he will vote. But you all you all forgot Christian Cinema is not gonna vote for it either. Now, see, Joe Manchin is just taking all the heat off of her and putting it on him. But I don't think she's gonna vote for it either. So why y'all putting it all on Joe? So she's making it seem like, you know, Joe just don't want to show up. That's not the case.
And
Thank you so much for the $20 super chat, Dan Peters. Keep up the fantastic commentary. Love it. Thank you. And thank you for being here to my Morning Truth with Tree.
I think what's extremely important is that we really need to start creating an environment of pressure, very similar to the filibuster, where now you don't even need to talk to engage a filibuster, but you just need to threaten it. But we really need to create a governing environment in the United States Senate, make it tough, don't go on vacation, come back, call.
How about y'all don't get paid? Now, the turtle, stupid turtle, Mitch McConnell has fixed it to, look at this face, honey, child, please. Ugh. Has fixed it to where you all have gotten paid. But my thing is that, yeah, how about you guys don't get paid until you do your damn job? Stop voting for yourself to get raises too. Idiot.
Vote, have to stand in front of your constituents and say, no, I'm going to take dollars, I'm going to take the food out of your kids' mouths, make him take that vote. They made us take the vote for the bipartisan infrastructure bill.
Chucky is the one holding up the vote. Manchin said he's going to vote no. You guys know that if you put it on the floor to get vote, it's going to get killed. You understand that you need his vote. And if he says, I'm not going to vote for it because you know the Republicans are not going to vote for it, then guess what? It doesn't pass. It doesn't pass. So ain't nobody stopping you all. As a matter of fact, Joe Manchin said, put it on the floor. Go ahead. Now Chucky's over here throwing threats. I'm going to put it on the floor. I'm going to put it on the floor. Okay, then do it then. So who are you talking to? You need to talk to your boy Chuck Schumer.
It was a tough vote. It wasn't easy. And you know, we have to stop giving people get out of jail free cards. Enough. And it's really about time that we start to get serious about governing, as well as leaning on the president's executive authority, which I do not believe has been used to the fullest extent that.
Are you serious? That fool has signed over 100 executive orders. If Trump did that, if Trump signed over 100 executive orders, they would be screaming fascist. He think he's the king of America. Who does he is? He's a dictator. He's Hitler incarnated. Oh, but it's okay for the pedo Joe to do it? It's okay for him to do it? Yeah, the hypocrisy is strong with these people.
That the American people deserve.
Yeah, and Congresswoman, we always refer to the Senate as the House of Lords. And you're exactly right.
Yes.
They would say openly, the House doesn't matter. And we would often act like that when, of course, the House matters every bit as much as the United States Senate.
Not only that, Joe.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, not only that, Joe, but not only is it the House just as important, the House right now, arguably, is one of the only federal democratically elected governing majorities that we have left. The Senate notoriously is designed for lower populations to have more power than larger populations. The presidency is determined by the Electoral College, and we are simply lucky that this time the majority of voters lined up with...
Yeah, y'all lucky. Yeah, the ballot boxes, so lucky. Dominion machines, so lucky. Yeah. Stopping the vote in the middle of the night? Yeah, so lucky.
With the Electoral College determination, the House of Representatives, and that's even with the asterisk of gerrymandering, is the only majority that most reliably delivers the actual will of the majority of people and voters in the United States of America.
The reason she's saying that is because the House is majority led by demon rats. But she would not be saying that if the House, which it will be next year, is majority led by Republicans. You got to understand stupidity language. We're not going to watch all of this. Seeing this woman lie.
So that is why they call this the People's House. And when folks say that, this has nothing to do, you don't know the voters there, the voters here, it is extremely difficult to hold together a House majority. And, you know, especially with the razor-thin margin that we have around this agenda. So the idea that Joe Manchin says he can't explain this back home to his people is a farce. I mean, it's a farce in terms of, you know, plain democracy, because I represent more or just as many or more.
You're in New York, heifer. You're in New York. You're trying to compare New York to West Virginia? She's like, it's a farce. I have more people I represent in New. You're in New York. New York is bigger than New York is bigger. Has more people in it than West Virginia. You guys also have a different tax bracket, as well as you also have millionaires and billionaires that live in there. That ain't the case in West Virginia. I cannot believe she's going to compare. You know what? Her comparing New York to West Virginia is like comparing Bahamas to it's like comparing the Bahamas to Haiti. What's wrong with her?
More people than Joe Manchin does, perhaps more. But secondly, and importantly, is that if you can't explain to your constituents why the child tax credit that they are getting right now to help feed their kids in a time of record high prices should not be extended, that doesn't seem like a problem with his constituents. That seems like a problem with his ability to either communicate or really, I think there's a different reason behind this vote.
Democrats are famous for doing this. Democrats are famous for I'm not going to listen to this bitch no more. I'm done. Democrats are famous for doing this. There is a lot of socialist programs within that. I'm going to just call it the Triple B bill. And there's also a lot of communist things that are, and plus it's going to really set us off for inflation that we're going to have to be dealing with for years. They want 2024 to be so jacked up that it's going to be unfixable for Trump when he wins re-election, okay, in 2024. So she's going to ignore the climate change, the climate control legislation that's within that spending bill that's going to put thousands and thousands of coal miners out of a job. That's what she's going to focus on, that one thing about, are you not going to have that child credit extension for your child? Well, guess what? That extension doesn't even matter if they don't even have a damn job, bitch. What are you talking about? If you're going to put these people out of a job, plus the inflation that this bill is going to cause it to go even more, then what's the point? Joe Manchin knows what he's doing. He knows who he has to deal with when he wants to get reelected. Not this freaking retards over there in New York. So over it. All right. So the Maxwell trial is now has this. I think they're going through the closing arguments, and oof, man, this looks I don't even really like covering this trial because I don't like pedophilia. It's a trigger for me. But I hope this bitch gets locked up for the rest of her life.
Begun deliberations in the sex trafficking trial of Ghislaine Maxwell after both sides delivered their closing arguments. The prosecution in New York says she was a grown woman who preyed on vulnerable kids and has urged jurors to hold her accountable.
Ghislaine Maxwell has been in prison for 536 days. This trial has lasted 13 days and heard from 33 separate witnesses. But in the last 20 minutes, the jury of 12 men and women, which is diverse in age, gender and ethnicity, has been sent out to begin their deliberations. I was inside this courthouse today to hear the prosecution and defence deliver their closing arguments. This is the moment police raided Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach mansion, unsure what they were going to find. Behind closed doors here, prosecutors say Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were committing horrifying crimes. Her presence in this house is obvious, and in their closing argument, prosecutors said Ms. Maxwell was in on the whole thing. This picture, they say, shows two sexual predators. While Epstein's motivation was sexual gratification, Maxwell's, they say, was money. Prosecutors claim she was serving up teenagers for Epstein to abuse in return for this life of luxury. 4 of Ghislaine Maxwell's siblings arrived at court together for the final day of this trial.
Back it up.
Prosecution lawyer Alison Moe said Maxwell ran the same playbook again and again. She groomed them. She caused deep and lasting harm to young girls. It's time to hold her accountable. Annie Farmer's experience at Epstein's New Mexico.
Holy smokes. That is his mansion? What's this over here? Wow. Look at this. It's endless, guys. Look at this. Here, and this little part right here, and I guess that's for the helicopter over here, I guess. And then you even got some housing over here. Jeez. And this is all that we can see. This is out in nowhere. Does anybody know where this is exactly located? Mexico.
Mexico ranch prosecutors.
Oh, wait a minute. I think she just said it. Mexico, right? Hold on a second.
Annie Farmer's experience at Epstein's New Mexico ranch prosecutors.
Oh, this is in Mexico? This is not even in America. No wonder it's so extravagant. He wasn't even in America. This is in Mexico.
Was typical of his and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, it's New Mexico, not the country Mexico. Oh, New Mexico. Ah, okay. So it was in America. Okay, I thought I only heard Mexico. Why do we name our state New Mexico? What? Well, I don't like the name New Mexico. We need to change that state name.
Abusing. This picture of her at her high school prom was taken the same month as that trip, when she says Maxwell gave her a sexual massage. Her teenage diaries, in which she writes about being weirded out by Epstein's behaviour, evidence says the government of classic grooming techniques, to which Maxwell was an accomplice. Laura Menninger delivered the rebuttal for the defence. She said these accusers had stories to tell about Jeffrey Epstein, and decades later they inserted Ghislaine Maxwell. They each filed a civil suit and they took home millions, but their stories have changed dramatically over time. If the verdict arrives in the next 2 days and she is found guilty, Ghislaine Maxwell will spend her 60th birthday on Christmas Day in prison, and very possibly the rest of her life. Of all the lawyers to address the court today, it was perhaps the prosecutor, Maureen Comey, who delivered the rebuttal to that defence on behalf of the government, who was the most impressive. She drawed upon the $30 million that was transferred from Jeffrey Epstein's account to Ghislaine Maxwell's. She said, that was not thanks for looking after my house's money. This is we molest kids together money. One thing to note as the jury begins their deliberations is that in federal trials they must be unanimous in order to convict on each or all of the 6 charges of which Ghislaine Maxwell is accused. All 6 charges she denies.
Well, we shall see. We shall see how this is going to turn out. I'm telling you. Okay, so I hope I was able to mute that. And you didn't hear me clear my throat. I hope so. So I wanted to bring your attention to something here. I'm going to read a photographer who has been told that it doesn't matter if providing a service is going to be against her First Amendment rights. She must do it in the first place. Now, when I look at this, I'm like, how is this possible to, how are people actually getting, how do you guys not know how to fight this? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let's read this real quick and I'm going to show you how you can easily take care of this real easily, right? Okay. New York photographer can't decline gay wedding over religious objection, federal court rules. A federal judge in New York has ruled a photographer with religious objections to photographing same-sex weddings cannot deny services under the state's accommodation clause. The December 13th ruling rejects a request by plaintiff Emily Carpenter, whose upstate New York-based photography company asked the judge to grant a preliminary injunction against the state anti-discrimination law. Right now, I'm facing pretty severe threats from the New York state, which are really scary, said Carpenter in a short video. Wait, is this a video? Wait a minute, see. Oh, it is a video. Let's watch it.
I started gravitating towards the creative realm ever since I was a little girl. I always have been drawn to the arts and to creating things with my hands, whether it was scrapbooking or drawing, and I got my first camera my senior year in high school. And that was kind of the culmination of all those artistic endeavors. I photographed my first wedding in 2013, so about a decade ago, and when I photographed that wedding, it was just a spark. I absolutely loved it. It was such an awesome opportunity to work with a couple on such a special occasion for them. I love working with clients and couples and pairing those things together. It's like the fusion of this love for people and this love for creating into one job. And it's amazing picking up my camera and knowing that I am going to be telling these stories and creating messages that, one, I'm so passionate about, but two, I know are so meaningful.
Yeah.
And obviously that they're thrilled to be entering and I'm thrilled to be capturing for them. It's also dictated and given me parameters for what I don't want. Obviously fundamental to being an artist and being a photographer and being able to freely choose those messages is a privilege, and it's ultimately one of the reasons I love photography, being able to create artwork that's consistent with my beliefs and my passions. Again, that's one of the reasons why I love weddings so much, because I am so passionate about them and the message that it is.
She also, as a Christian, believes that marriage is between one man and one woman, and as such, she can only create photography that celebrates marriages between one man and one woman. And that's what gets her in trouble with the state of New York, when they should be respecting artists' freedom. The state of New York is
now they would never do that to somebody who's Muslim. Nope. You understand me? They would like if this was a Muslim. See, Christians. Let me tell you one thing. And I think this is probably one of the deciding factors of why I did not go back to Christianity. I can't take the weak route. I'm not going to let you just roll over me and think you're going to punk me out because all the rest of you guys just let people just roll all over you. But, say I'll throw a hijab on and be like, inshallah, okay, alhamdulillah, I'll sit up here and throw a Quran, and I bet you these people will sit up here and from the alphabet soup committee was just sit up here and decide not to, because it's acceptable to go against a Christian, but not a Muslim. You understand the difference here? That's the difference. Because Muslims will fight back. Well, I love you Christians, but let me tell you something. One thing I don't like about you is you're like, we need to pray. Muslims fight. You guys get on your knees and pray. And look how that has gotten you. Look at where that's getting you. They realize they can pick on you.
Not doing so.
Also, they got a court ruling telling her that she has to show up and take pictures, of a gay couple that won't respect her religious. Guess what? I got the COVID. I would not show up to their wedding. And guess what? I would give them a full refund. Wait, you can't go to jail. I don't understand this. But she could just not show up. Just not show up. Be like, I was sick. Here's your money back. Like, what the hell? But this is not slavery.
Right now, I'm facing pretty severe threats from New York State, which are really scary. It's $100,000 fines, it's jail time, it's ultimately the closure of my business.
Wait a minute. If you agree, hold on. If you agree to say, sure, I'll take your wedding. I'll take pictures of your gay wedding. And then all of a sudden you get sick. You can't go to jail, baby. Okay? See, the thing about it is you're doing it wrong. You're like, no, I'm a Christian. I don't believe in gay weddings. You know what I'm saying? It's against my First Amendment. So you was doing it all wrong. You was doing it all. See, if you want gay people to leave you alone, if you want the LGBT community to leave you alone, this is what you do, girl. Listen to me. Hold on, let me talk to you. This is what you do, girl. Okay, Emily, this is what you do. When they come and they ask for you to take a picture and they see all these crucifixes and they see the Bible everywhere, they know you're a Christian, don't deny them service. Say, absolutely. Absolutely, I will definitely come and take pictures of you and this, that, and the other. Then you can do one of two things. You can either come up with a code that day of their wedding or show up at the wedding and just take pictures of stupid shit like the ants on the ground or somebody's shoes, or make sure the camera's out of focus. And I would just fuck it up to the point where nobody in that community will refer to you anymore. Yes, they're going to leave you a bad review on Yelp. Yes, they're going to sit up here. You can't get sued for getting sick. That's just silly. You can't get sued for getting sick. Okay? And this is, I don't give a shit. And by the way, if you're a Christian and you got offended by it, get the fuck out, okay? You are nothing like your ancestors. The Christians of history did not get on their knees and pray while the enemy was busting down the gates to the kingdom. They did not sit up here and say, oh, Lord, let's turn the other cheek, while they were sitting here slaughtering your children, the villagers. They fought. They prayed before they took up the sword and began to fight. You guys are so silly with this whole stuff like this. I'm saying to myself, you can't make me take pictures of you if I don't believe in this shit. I would show up drunk. I would take pictures of everything. I would make sure it's out of focus. I would give them bad service. You guys are talking about oh Lord, let me pray. Oh my goodness, they trying to make me take pictures of gay. What? Shut up, dude. These weak people drag you on Twitter. Oh my God. But you need to have a good word within the Christian community. You need to make sure that people within the church and other people of faith will know why you did what you did. Because if you were to deny them service according to fucked up New York, then yeah, they're going to get you out of business. They're going to charge you $100,000. Man, you white people don't know how to fight. I have to teach you guys how to do things.
And as an entrepreneur, that's extremely terrifying, knowing that my livelihood could be stripped out from under me because I'm being forced to create a message that I disagree with.
The state of New York not only requires Emily to create art that violates her core convictions, but the state of New York won't even let her speak about her religious beliefs and how they impact her business, particularly her religious beliefs about marriage, on her own website. That's an egregious problem, to say that she can't even talk about her own beliefs on her own website.
Move. I don't even want to hear no more. New York. I'm done. Y'all want to stay in communist New York? Go right ahead and stay in communist New York. Go ahead and stay in communist New York. All right, go ahead. Speaking of communist New York, the next 3 stories are going to come out of communist New York. This one is a little funny though. Watch this. Somebody goes through the Fox is downtown, I think, and where are they located? Times Square, I think it is, and they do, instead of saying let's go Brandon, they go fuck Joe Biden. It's pretty funny.
As of now, the ball drop is expected to take place as scheduled, but that is under review. The mayor has said that he is going to meet with Times Square officials and look at the possibility of either canceling or modifying that celebration if the statistics do call for it. Sandra.
For so many of us who've reported there in Times Square through the years, a real rock star to make it through the hit with the distractions that are happening out there. A lot of folks, still a lot of tourists are coming back to the city regardless.
Times Square.
Indeed. Good job.
That wasn't no tourists. That was New Yorkers. Speaking of New Yorkers, you know that that Negro you guys elected, Eric Adams, okay? Guess what he done did? Eric Adams decided that he gonna play, okay, the feminist SJW route by hiring not one, not two, not three, but 5 women as deputy mayors. Look what shall we look? Y'all fuck! You guys, it's like you already got that woman, Governor Ho, okay? I'm not gonna call her Governor Hochel. I'm gonna call her Governor Ho. Look at all these women your boy Eric is gonna has selected. Look at the Higgle one. Oh man, she look like somebody who's always happy, huh? All right, her name is Lorraine Grillo. Okay, she was appointed she was appointed in February. Mayor-elect Eric Adams announced Monday that 5 women political and civic heavy hitters will serve as deputy mayors when he takes office in January the 1st, including outgoing Mayor Bill de Blasio, COVID-19 recovery. What is this? Recovery czar? So this is the one right here. Okay, her. Caesar. All right, let's look at another woman. Oh, yeah, she looks like, stop raping me with your eyes. I'm going to tell my 15 cats on you. I'm telling you, you men are all icky and nasty. Stop the patriarchy. That's what this one looks like. And this one, okay. I don't even know. How do I even clown somebody who looks like this, right? I don't know. What's she gonna do? Like, say pro-China shit? You know what I'm saying? China did nothing wrong? Or, Kim Jong-un over there in North Korea is okay with me? I mean, what the fuck? I don't know. I'm like, what the hell? Like, oh, Lord, yeah. Black Lives Matter! Reparations! You need to stop locking up the black community. Oh, yeah. Yeah, crime is never gonna go down with that. Oh Lord, this is a half breed right here. Okay, we gotta have girl. What you got a fake tooth? You need to clean that tooth right here. What's going on? You got all these clean teeth except this one tooth. So you got 2 black women. Okay. Oh my God! I just realized this is diversity. Half breed who's gonna be black. Okay, what is her name? Sheena Wright, okay, will be Eric Adams deputy mayor for strategic initiative. Sheena Wright will be Eric Adams deputy mayor for strategic initiative, and this chick right here, Fordham University professor Ann Williams is what the hell kind of name is that? Was selected as deputy mayor for health and human services. Yeah, okay. And what's this one here? Kim Jong-un, Maury Torres Springer was tapped to be Eric Adams' deputy mayor of economic development. And Miss SJW Marie Jossi, headed of taxi and limousine commission for 5 years. Okay, yeah, all right. All right, okay, well, that's that. And here's the last story I want to share. This is going to be a funny one, right? This is going to be a funny one, all right? I'm just going to show you just how crazy New York is, all right? This is New York. Hold on, let me actually, hold on a second. This is... New York PD rookie gives lieutenant a lap dance at a wild holiday party, now under investigation. See, this is what I'm talking. Remember I told you guys, how do I rewind this? Hold on a second. Remember I told you, okay, let's go in here and watch this. Look at this. Look at this stupidity. These are police officers from New York City, New York Police Department. This is the rookie, okay? I never seen nothing like this in my life. This is a New York police officer who's a rookie, and this is her lieutenant.
Oh my God!
Okay, the man is married, by the way. I gotta let you guys know. He's married. He's married. All right? He's married. They blurred her face out, but not his. Wham and privilege. Oh, what the hell? What is she doing? They so nasty. They are so nasty over there in New York. Ugh. Ugh. Let's read this story. An NYPD rookie got down and dirty and at a raunchous holiday. What's this, Rauches? Hold on a second, guys. Got to do my hooked on phonics thing. Hooked on phonics thing here.
Raucous.
Ruckus. Okay. At a ruckus holiday bash for her Bronx precinct. Ew! Giving her lieutenant a raunchy, caught on video lap dance at the wild event, according to footage and sources. The not so finest moment infuriated department higher ups, who have launched an investigation into Thursday's incident and already booted the lieutenant to transit. Good. You know what? Good. The newbie female cop is seen in a seeming footage wearing a checkered black and white miniskirt, black cutoff tank top, and black knee-high boots as she grinds on top of the 44th Precinct Lieutenant Nick McCary in the Yonkers bar, according to law enforcement sources. How did he not think that his wife was going to see this? Okay. So we have another liberal, and as a matter of fact, as soon as hey Randall, go ahead and get rid of that person too that I put in timeout. See, the reason why we care is because we are trad cons over here. We're traditional conservatives. We do not find it appropriate that a married man who is in his early 40s is in broad daylight at a club, who's supposed to be a police officer. I don't know about you guys, but we are held in higher regards. And he is actually fondling somebody who is his inferior. This is called fraternization, and it's supposed to be illegal based upon certain type of policies and procedures in police departments. Your boss is not supposed to do this to you, you dumb inbred monkey. So that's the reason why we're covering it, because we're just showing you guys that New York is just fucked up, and it's starting, even you can just see it in the police officers. Since when is this acceptable? Would you find this acceptable for Trump to have somebody who's working as his secretary to do that? Oh no, you wouldn't, because you hold him in higher regards. Why is this acceptable? Dumbasses. I love when you people show your true colors, because I get you the fuck out of here. This is an exclusive channel. We're not for everybody. Everybody can't eat with us. And once you revealed yourself as a fucking libtard who think that you can have orgies regardless of the fact that you have given oath. You have given an oath to another woman or another man. Okay, you guys gotta get the fuck out of here. We not liberals here. And and I'm not a centrist, so you don't do anything you want to here. Fuck out of here with that. How did they not think that this was not going to go back to the police department? Oh my God, someone in the crowd shouts. The married grinding higher up sits in his chair in the middle of the crowd, at times resting his hands on his sexy underlings thighs as she shakes her booty against his groin, and some people cheer. Look at this. Look. This is New York, right? This is why I don't give a fuck about New York. With his old nasty self. Ooh. Look at him. She don't need to be a police officer. She needs to be a stripper. $75 per person? And where's the social distancing? Where's the mask? You see what I'm saying? There are businesses who don't care if you mask up. Oh my God. But guess what, y'all? Guess what? His wife done found out, and ooh, guess what, y'all? She is not happy, honey. She is mad, honey. She is like, what the fuck is it? Oh, poor girl. I know you got your husband on the. Your husband got caught putting his hands all over. First of all, this should be against police procedures. I mean, the code. Hold on, let's read this real quick and let's look at the pictures. The furious wife of the NYPD lieutenant caught on video getting a raunchy lap dance from an underling went berserk out on a reporter Monday as the twerking cop's dad blasted the married boss, saying he should know better. Well, why are you going after the reporter? F you, McCurry's wife, Melissa McCurry, seethed while trying to charge at the Post reporter and photographer. She was restrained by her loyal hubby right here. Who told her it's not worth it, honey bunny? Get back into the car. I will make you a bath when we get home. I'm so sorry for doing those awful things to that young rookie. There are other things to worry about in the world, the wife added. Well, honey, maybe one of the things you need to worry about is your freaking husband daggone filling up a rookie, and he didn't even care if they was filming him. See, I don't think a lot of you guys understand where I'm coming from, because the bell curve is a lie. Thank you so much for the $5, Cheryl Peters. You're absolutely right. Tree, I've never thought this to be a good, clean, fun. Shame, no class. See, here's the deal. Let me just show you how, a lot of you guys are just dumb. Police officers are held at a higher standards, are they not? Okay? Now, I have been defending them, saying, hey, they are doing their jobs when the Cheesecake Factory or any of these businesses who have people that come into their shop and they don't want to show the papers, okay? The papers, then they go, hey, you got to have a vaccine passport or you can't come into my shop. I'm going to come in here and I'm not going to leave. Then they call the police. Then you fuckers get mad because the police are doing their job, but you don't get mad at the people who are actually calling the police. But my point is that when you are enforcing a mass mandate, when you are enforcing a social distancing law, you can't be shown out in public violating the very law that you fucking enforce. How is it that I have to break that down to some of you all? You have to actually show that you follow the rules that you fucking enforce. But I got some dummy y'all. It's like, how is this our problem? I don't understand the difference. I'm like, these are police officers, not your goddamn mama and daddy. Also, I gotta constantly remind people, I am a right winger. I am a right winger. I am a right winger. I do not believe in my husband or anybody's husband going out in fucking public filling up their subordinates. Now maybe you fucking goddamn loosey-gooseys in the pants from the liberal side and from the centrists, maybe you guys like to fucking swing and exchange partners, but I don't believe in that shit, okay? Trust and believe I don't believe in that. This is New York, by the way. I want to remind you, this is New York. As the couple drove away from their home in Orange County, the wife took the wife took her hands off of the steering wheel, flipped off the reporter with both hands, and screamed, "F you, F you, F you," one last time. Let's look at the wife, honey. Let's look at her. Let's look at her. Yes. How in the hell could you cheat on this beautiful flower? How could you do this? How could you do this to her, dude? How could you do this? Oh my God. In the line of booty. NYPD lieutenant gets lap dance from rookie at wild holiday party. I'm a clown you guys in New York. Every chance I get, I am going to clown you. You know why? Because you deserve it. You deserve to be clowned. You really do. You really do. Everything's fucked up about y'all city, y'all cops, y'all mayor, your goddamn governor, your city, your homeless people, everything. The people who live in it, everything's messed up about you guys. I will never have any mercy on you. Anyway, so that, I know I went a little bit over because I had to talk about this story. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop, and I'm going to let Tree in real time take it over. Go ahead, Tree. It's all yours. Thank you, Tree, from earlier this morning. What's up there, Taters? Thank you so much for coming by to the Morning Truth with Tree. I just wanted to let you guys listen. I wanted to end the Tuesday podcast on a funny note. I don't like hypocrisy. I don't like hypocrisy, and this is the reason why I featured this story. Okay, and it also shows you that I am fair across the board. I defend the police when they do right. When they fuck up, I also come out and I put them on blast. And I'm sorry, I don't think this is acceptable under any circumstances in a work environment. Your boss, why is it acceptable to give your boss, your married boss, a lap dance? And I'm sorry, but I don't believe female police officers, get ready. Come on, come at me, feminists, come at me. If you are a female police officer, then keep your bitch ass out of the goddamn nudie magazines, don't do porn, and don't lap dance for your fucking boss. How is that hard to do? Honey, I'm a grown woman. I'm liberated. I could be a police officer and a stripper, okay? All right? Smash the patriarchy. No, bitch, you can't. You got to choose one. You can always tell where somebody is on their moral compass when they say that a woman can be a stripper and a police officer and it's acceptable for her to grind on. Look how this man looking at her. He's like, now granted, I mean, when you had to compare to his wife, you got to understand, this man probably, is lonely, but still. All right, guys, listen, thank you guys so much for coming by. I really, 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 really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Listen, I will not be here tomorrow. As always, I got a lot of stuff to do on Wednesday. One of these days, I'm going to be able to stream on Wednesday. But as of now, that's not the case. So come tomorrow at the Tree Show. Tomorrow will be the Tree Show at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. If I'm able to come back from my meeting, I probably will come online. I doubt it though. Don't take that seriously though. Okay? So I love you. Mwah. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. 8 o'clock p.m. All right? Later, taters. Have a good one. code TREEHOUSE for free shipping.